Alright, I just got back from a gravel ride, and because it's been dry here the last couple of days, I unfortunately made this all too common mistake. And this is unfortunately how my bike is looking as a result, but I do have to say there is some weird sense of accomplishment that I usually feel when you get a bike this dirty. What I really should have done to begin with was put my fenders on, which I'm about to do right now, but first, I need to clean this thing off a little bit. I've never been a big time fender user. Until about last year, I found the perfect fenders for my gravel bike that not only were easy to put on and remove, but were also big enough to fit these wide tires. It can be pretty tough to find the right fenders that'll fit your setup, and in all honesty, for gravel bikes, there aren't too many good options. What I ended up with are the SKS Speedrocker XL. These fenders can accommodate tires up to 52mm wide. They go on and off the bike quite easily. They are full front and rear covering fenders, and they even give you little pieces of clear bra so you can actually protect your frame. If you don't do that, the fenders will rub a bit of the paint off, so be careful of that. But as somebody who was previously all road, all aesthetics, I would have never imagined putting fenders on my bike as a viable option until I gave these fenders a try. And now, to be honest, it's a little bit tough to live without them. You go out on these rides where you either know it's going to be muddy or you know that there's going to be a chance that it could rain. You're going to come home absolutely filthy. That includes your bike, any gear that you might have on the bike, and any gear and kit that you might be wearing. It's going to need a wash. And if you don't own a lot of cycling specific kit, it can be quite a pain to wash that kit after every single ride.
Now, while I wait for the bike to dry, I am going to give these a quick wipe down because they soak up quite a bit of dirt and nastiness out there when they are on the bike. There's no bad weather, there's just bad gear, yeah. Yeah. It's kind of true.
And here we have it. The bike is a little bit cleaner and the fenders are installed for the next week of miserable weather. I should say next week at least. They're a very sleek and good looking fender in my opinion. The benefits of running fenders far outweigh any of the costs that you'd run into. It's much preferred to having completely soaked kit after the first puddle that you go through and having that awful wet streak going up your back. And this is something that my teeny tiny little roadie brain could not understand for the longest time, but after having a gravel bike with large tires, it's almost a necessity when we start to see more rain in the forecast. These fenders should work for a majority of bikes that are out there with this kind of telescoping section that it has here. And again, we've got room for up to size 52 tires. I've never had any issues with rubbing or anything like that as long as you've set the fenders up properly. So I highly recommend giving fenders a try. If you've made it to the end of this video, I wanted to give a quick honorable mention to this fender. This is a cult favorite. This is the Win Wing. And what makes it a cult favorite is just the ease of setup and the coverage that you'd get from a fender like this. But it is only the rear fender, so you're not going to be getting very much protection for your legs when you turn the handlebars and you inevitably get all of the wet and muck spraying up from your front wheel onto your shins and thighs. That's the only thing that puts this at a disadvantage. The SKS have that full front and rear coverage, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But if you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to like the video and subscribe. I really appreciate that, and it helps me find my proper audience. And I hope to see you in the next one.